RotoGrinders, it's KillaB, and I'm here to break down a Week 14 lineup for you. We're going to go over to DraftKings to actually analyze my GPP lineup over there. So let's dive in. All right, so here you can see that I went with the Bortles-Hearns hookup. We got Hearns at a pretty big discount for his talent level. He was only $5,500. He's coming off an injury, so I assumed he would be under-owned due to just a recency bias. And most people would be actually on Allen Robinson after his 3-touchdown performance the week before. I really disliked A-Rob this week since he was going to be shadowed by Vontae Davis. And we've kind of already seen that episode before. And during that last game, Hearns in the last meeting had 15 targets, 11 catches for 116 yards with a touchdown. So he didn't have as many targets or catches, but we did get the 100-yard bonus out of him. 3 catches, 105 yards. Just really one long touchdown that got him his value here. So we'll take it, but, was looking a little bit for more volume here. But and then Blake Bortles really crushed his value. Jacksonville allowed him to, actually to get a rushing touchdown at the end of the game. So that was pretty big. Jacksonville ended up scoring for over 50 points here. So and then moving on to running backs, we got Tim Hightower here. I'm really surprised at his ownership level of only 1.4%. By Sunday, I thought we could project Hightower for about 12 to 15 touches at a conservative rate. And, we got reports that he's going to step in the Ingram role. So, really, you could have projected him for almost 20 touches there. We ended up getting 29 touches, which is unbelievable. Almost a touch per $100. Normally, I look for 3 touches per 1K at the running back spot. But, at 3K, this was a pretty easy buy for me. Not much risk if it blew up in my face. So, and then moving up to David Johnson. So both my running backs were buys due to their projected work usage, not the defenses, not the DVPs. So both defenses here, Minnesota and Tampa Bay, really strong. Not recommended defenses to target, especially running backs against. But here we had David Johnson on a short week. The only positions that get a true boost when looking at prior year statistics are running backs and the defensive spot. So we ended up getting 24 touches out of him, 92 rush yards, just missed that yardage bonus on both our running backs here, and but 5 catches, 31 yards. So we ended up, that's a pretty good line. So we'll take that at 4,300. And then moving on to Odell Beckham, man, what a savior! This guy. Just say it with me. Never fade Odell in prime time. Wow. Or the last 6 games of the season. He's been a beast. He's a closer. Let's move on. Just unbelievable day. 166 yards, 7 catches, 2 touchdowns. What else can you say? Just awesome. So, and then Antonio Brown, disappointment of the week here. I'm going to blame this one on the Dalton injury. So Andy Dalton got hurt for Cincinnati, which changed the whole dynamics of the game. Really hurt the game flow. Pittsburgh didn't need to pass, so they basically ran the ball here, which hurt Brown's total workload here. So and then we got Allen Hearns, and then moving on to tight end, Jacob Tamme, only 0.7% owned in this tournament here. Crazy that he was less than 1%. He was my favorite tight end this week. We knew that Josh Norman would be on Julio, which allowed Tamme as a clear-cut number 2 in this Atlanta offense to soak up more targets than usual. Love that. And kind of upset at the results here. Old man Roddy White tied him with 5 targets. He did just miss a touchdown, got tackled right on the half-yard line. And Atlanta got goose-egged here, so never good when one of the guys on your team puts up 0 points. So moving on to flex. Now this was the decision of the week for me. Spent probably 3 hours on this, pre-Sunday and then going into Monday. Didn't know who I should roll out here, Jarvis Landry or Lamar Miller. I knew this lineup had a chance to take down tournaments across the board, so it's a pretty big decision, really big equity decision here. But one that ended up not mattering. Actually, both guys produced 20.9 points, DK points exactly. So both of them missed their yardage. And I actually split this lineup because I was boxed out in certain tournaments. So if I was boxed out with Jarvis Landry, then I pivoted to Lamar Miller. And if I was boxed out with Lamar Miller, I pivoted to Jarvis Landry. So, I mean, in the couple hundred tournaments that this lineup was in, I had equity in both players, and they produced the same exact stat line. So, really pretty funny. Moving on to defense, Chiefs were my nut defense this week, and then mainly what put them over the top is I got word of the bad weather there. It was a 3-man race. I'm not going to remember all 3 defenses off the top of my head, I don't think. But Cincinnati, Kansas City, and Baltimore. But anyways, 3-man race, but the wind and the rain made Kansas City the easy choice. They didn't disappoint either. I mean, San Diego's offense at this point is so injury-riddled. You have backups across the board. Brutal offensive line. I mean, this is just a must-target team against, especially a defense at home. We got 5 sacks, 1 interception. They only gave up 3 points, so did exactly what we wanted. So, and hopefully you guys had a good week this week. If not, there's 3 more weeks left. So, time to close this year up right. All right, see you later.